Oh, hi. So this is a Christmas present that I just got. Christmas was 2 days ago. Yeah, this is what I do during Christmas break because I make your guys' videos. But I got John Stockton's autobiography, and it's called Assisted. It's actually pretty cool. John Stockton is probably my favorite basketball player in terms of character and talent. Michael Jordan is probably my favorite just because he was so cool to watch. But in terms of his work ethic, this is my guy. I like John Stockton. He's pretty cool. Plus, I'm a jazz fan. But there's a quote in there that I wanted to pick out. And basically he says, to win, you must push, stretch, deny, and reconfirm your own limits in order to go beyond those of your opponent. And then also in the very back cover, there's a quote by Coach Frank Layden, who was one of John Stockton's earlier coaches in the NBA, I think. Nobody thought he was going to be this good. Nobody. But the thing was, nobody measured his heart. Well, what's this got to do with this class? Well, it's all a matter of how much you put in. It's how much you get out. The harder you work at it, the better you'll be. If you don't put enough in, then you're not going to do as well. I had a lot of students who were very talented, and those are the students that you hate, right? You watch them, they come in, they don't study much, they take the test, they take that out, and they get their A. It comes a little more naturally to some than others. I've seen other students, too, who just had to work so hard. Just last semester alone, I remember one student who, she worked so hard. Walking into the class, I was really worried. I didn't think she was going to pass the class. But she worked so hard, like math was her life for the whole semester, and she came out of there with a B+. I had her picked to fail the class, I really did. But she had the heart to do it. All right, and I've seen this happen so many times where students have the heart and they just put so much in. If you're weak at the math and you put in the math, the hard work to get out of it, what you put in, you will get the grade. It may mean you taking less credits, working less hours. It depends on you. It really does. How much you put in and how much you get out of it. Okay? All right. Well, enough about the motivational speech. Let's take a look at some of these. I don't know if I'll be able to get all these done within my 5-minute video allotment that I try to put for myself. But let's try. So we're solving equations by factoring. So we need to make one side a 0. But before we do that, on this one, 2 times the quantity of x squared plus 5 plus 10 equals a negative 2 times the quantity of x squared plus 10x minus 5. If your first thought is to distribute, then that's pretty good thinking, okay? We'll do that. I'll distribute the 2 through, so I'm going to have 2x squared plus 10. By the way, if you think you can get all these without me working through them, go ahead and hit pause and try it and see if you get the right answer, okay? All right, continue. Plus the 10 equaling a negative 2x squared minus 20x minus 5. All right, so let me see what I've got here. I'm going to make one side a 0, so I'm going to take everything on the right-hand side of this equation. I'm going to move it to the left. So I'm going to add 2x squared to both sides, and know they will not cancel out. I'm going to add my 20x to both sides. And I'm going to add my 5 to both sides. And I just noticed this. I probably should have spotted this earlier, but I could have added those 10s together. Maybe I should have beforehand. But that's okay. I'll still get there. 2x squared plus 2x squared is 4x squared. This plus 20x is not going to change anything. Now I've got 10 plus 10 plus 5. That's 25. And it now equals 0. Okay? My right-hand side 0. That's what I wanted. I want to use the 0 product property to solve this thing, which means I got to factor at this point. Now, hopefully you're spotting this, because I'm seeing it. I've got a perfect square trinomial. Right? 2x plus 5 times 2x plus 5 equals 0. And if I multiply these two binomials back out, I would pick up a 20x in the middle term. So using the 0 product property, I'm going to find out that my answer is x equals negative 5 halves over here, and also x equals negative 5 halves here. You only have to write it the one time. Okay, x equals negative 5 halves, which brings up an interesting point. A lot of times, when you have a quadratic equation, the degree on your equation dictates how many answers you get, right? Well, how does that work if I just got the one answer here? Shouldn't I have two answers here? Well, my response to that is, this is what's called a repeated solution. Right? See how I got x equals negative 5/2 twice? Yeah, that's a repeated solution. So yeah, I do have two answers. It's just repeating itself. Okay, next one. How many do it on time? You know what? I better pause right here and then go after these next guys.